The deadliest animal in America isn't the bear, the shark, or the rattlesnake. It's an insect smaller than a coin, and it's probably already been in your backyard. In the 15th place, the Io moth caterpillar blends almost invisibly into the leaves of eastern U.S. trees and backyard gardens, but its defense is anything but subtle. This bright green caterpillar is lined with rows of sharp, venomous spines that deliver a burning sting at the slightest touch. Even gentle contact can trigger instant pain, raised welts, and swelling, symptoms that often feel far worse than the caterpillar's harmless look suggests. The danger here isn't from aggression, but from accidental brushes while reaching for fruit or clearing brush. While it won't send victims to the hospital in most cases, the Io moth caterpillar is a vivid reminder that some of the most painful backyard encounters come from the smallest, most ordinary-looking insects. In the 14th place, the saddleback caterpillar lurks on leaves and shrubs across the eastern and central United States, disguised by a bold green saddle marking and a banded brown body. Its real danger comes from surprise. Clusters of venomous spines jut out from its sides and ends, ready to deliver a sharp, burning sting to anyone who brushes past without noticing. Gardeners, hikers, and curious kids are most at risk, often stung before they ever spot the culprit. The pain is immediate and can be severe, with swelling and redness that lingers for hours. While the saddleback caterpillar doesn't chase or swarm, its eye-catching pattern hides a local hazard, making it a hidden threat in ordinary backyards and wooded edges. In the 13th place, blister beetles bring chemical warfare to American farmland. These slender insects aren't dangerous because of their bite or sting, but because they produce cantharidin, a toxin powerful enough to blister human skin on contact. For people, just brushing against a blister beetle can leave a line of red, burning welts that feel more like a chemical burn than an insect injury. The real threat, though, emerges when these beetles end up in harvested hay. Horses and other livestock that eat contaminated forage can suffer severe poisoning, sometimes leading to sudden death. Outbreaks have triggered recalls and economic losses, with just a handful of beetles in a single bale posing a lethal risk to an entire herd. Blister beetles earn their place on the list not for the pain they cause individuals, but for the outsized harm they inflict on farms, animals, and rural economies. In the 12th place, the bald-faced hornet turns an ordinary backyard into a danger zone with its towering papery nests and fierce defensive instincts. Found across the United States, these wasps build large, football-shaped nests in trees, on sheds, or even under eaves, never far from where people live and work. Unlike bees, a bald-faced hornet doesn't lose its stinger after one strike. It can sting again and again, each time injecting venom that causes sharp pain and swelling. What sets this species apart is its aggressive nest defense. Approach within a few feet, and workers will swarm out in force, targeting faces and sometimes spraying venom toward the eyes, causing burning and temporary blindness. The threat here isn't just accidental contact, but the risk of provoking an all-out attack simply by getting too close to their territory. In the 11th place, black flies turn a peaceful riverbank or forest edge into a battlefield of biting swarms. These tiny, dark-bodied insects gather in clouds near streams and lakes across northern and wooded states, latching onto exposed skin in relentless waves. Unlike mosquitoes, black flies slice the skin open to feed, leaving behind painful, bleeding welts that can itch for days. A single fly is a nuisance, but hundreds can descend at once, making outdoor work or recreation nearly impossible during peak season. Sensitive individuals and livestock are especially vulnerable to repeated bites, sometimes suffering allergic reactions or secondary infections. The true threat comes not from venom or a single dramatic sting, but from the overwhelming numbers, proving that in the insect world, danger often arrives in a swarm. In the 10th place, the horsefly turns a summer afternoon near water into a test of pain tolerance. Found from coast to coast, this blood feeder lurks around lakes, marshes, and pastures, waiting for a moment to strike. Unlike mosquitoes, horseflies use scissor-like mouthparts that slice right through the skin, leaving behind a wound that feels more like a cut than a simple bite. The pain is sharp and immediate, and the injury often stays sore, swollen, and slow to heal, sometimes for days. The aftermath isn't just a red bump, but a raw patch that can become irritated or even infected. Encounters with horseflies are hard to forget, ranking above black flies because a single bite can feel physically traumatic, making the experience memorable for all the wrong reasons. Number 9. The velvet ant, better known as the cow killer, is a master of deception in the southern United States. Despite the name, this insect is not an ant at all, but a wingless wasp. Its bright, fuzzy red and black coat makes it look almost harmless, yet a single sting delivers a jolt of pain that has earned legendary status. Field guides rate the velvet ant sting among the most excruciating in North America, often scoring a 3 out of 4 on the Schmidt Pain Index. The nickname cow killer comes from folklore, not fact. There's no record of a cow ever dying from a sting. Still, the pain alone is enough to make grown adults drop what they're doing and run. Velvet ants wander open, sandy ground in broad daylight, increasing the odds of an accidental encounter. Step on one barefoot, and the lesson is unforgettable. While they rarely cause medical emergencies or mass harm, the sheer intensity of their sting secures their place high on the list for fear and pain alone. 8th place goes to the puss caterpillar, a fuzzy menace lurking on trees and shrubs throughout the southeastern United States. Its soft, plush appearance hides a formidable defense, venomous spines tucked beneath that inviting coat. A brush against this caterpillar can trigger a sting so intense it's often described as the most painful of any caterpillar in the country. The agony doesn't just stay at the site. It can radiate up the arm or leg, sometimes leading to muscle cramps, headache, and, in severe cases, vomiting or even shock. Children and adults alike have ended up in emergency rooms after an encounter, especially during peak seasons in Texas, Florida, and the Gulf Coast. Unlike other stinging caterpillars, the puss caterpillar's venom can provoke systemic reactions that go well beyond a burning welt, making it one of the classic hidden dangers in southern backyards and gardens. Its combination of deceptive looks and medically serious stings secures its place high on the danger list. Number 7. The red harvester ant transforms an ordinary patch of southwestern soil into a hidden battleground. These ants build their nests in bare, open ground, creating low mounds that blend into the desert landscape. But what sets them apart is not their appearance or size. It's the chemical power packed into each sting. Drop for drop, the venom of the red harvester ant is among the most toxic produced by any insect in North America. A single sting unleashes pain that can last for hours, often described as burning and deep, with swelling that spreads well beyond the initial site. Victims report lingering discomfort, sometimes needing medical attention if they react badly. While many ants are little more than a nuisance, this species delivers a dose of venom so potent that even seasoned hikers and field researchers take extra care to avoid disturbing a nest. Here, danger comes not from aggression or numbers, but from a chemical weapon that far outpaces the ant's tiny size. Number 6. The yellow jacket turns a backyard picnic into a high-stakes encounter. These wasps thrive across the country, drawn to food, trash, and freshly mowed lawns, making accidental meetings almost inevitable. What sets yellow jackets apart is their underground nesting habit. Step too close, and you might disturb hundreds without ever seeing the entrance. Once provoked, yellow jackets launch coordinated attacks, each insect able to sting again and again, injecting venom with every strike. The pain is sharp and immediate, but the real threat comes from severe allergic reactions. According to CDC data, stings from yellow jackets and their relatives are the leading cause of insect-related deaths in the United States, averaging over 60 fatalities each year. Their aggression, ability to swarm, and the risk of life-threatening anaphylaxis make yellow jackets a top-tier danger, more than just a painful nuisance. They are a common and serious public health hazard hiding in plain sight. Number 5. The Asian giant hornet casts a long shadow over the Pacific Northwest. First detected in Washington state, this insect quickly made headlines as the largest hornet in the world. Its body can reach nearly 2 inches, but size is only part of the threat. The Asian giant hornet wields a powerful venom and a stinger long enough to pierce most beekeeping suits, raising the stakes for anyone who comes too close. While its U.S. presence remains limited, The hornet's reputation for aggression and its ability to deliver multiple, deeply painful stings have set off alarms among entomologists and the public alike. In its native range, swarms of these hornets can devastate honeybee colonies in a matter of hours, and isolated human encounters have resulted in severe injuries or, in rare cases, life-threatening reactions. What elevates the Asian giant hornet above backyard wasps isn't just the pain, it's the combination of intimidation, venom, and the fear that a single insect could signal a much larger invasion. Number 4. The red imported fire ant turns southern lawns, parks, and fields into battlegrounds where danger comes in waves. These ants don't just sting once and disappear, their attacks are coordinated, with dozens or even hundreds swarming up a leg or arm, each delivering a burning sting that quickly blossoms into clusters of white, fluid-filled pustules. Entomologists describe the sensation as a burning pustule factory, and the aftermath is unmistakable. For most people, the pain and itching linger for days, but for those with allergies, a single encounter can spiral into a medical crisis, triggering anaphylaxis and sometimes requiring emergency treatment. The scale of the problem is staggering. In the southeastern United States alone, fire ants are responsible for an estimated 14 million stings every year, and over 80 deaths have been confirmed nationwide. But the damage doesn't stop at skin. These invasive ants cost billions in agricultural losses, destroying crops, harming livestock, and even damaging electrical equipment. Their aggressive swarming, high numbers, and economic impact make the red imported fire ant a threat that goes far beyond the pain of a single sting. Number 3. The kissing bug brings a different kind of danger to the countdown, one that hides in plain sight across the southern United States. Active at night, these insects slip into bedrooms and bite near the lips or eyes while people sleep, earning their unsettling name. But the real threat isn't the bite itself, it's the parasite they can transmit. Kissing bugs are the main U.S. vector for Chagas disease, a silent infection caused by Trypanosoma cruzi. The CDC estimates at least 300,000 Americans are living with Chagas, many unaware they carry the parasite. Over years or even decades, Chagas can quietly scar heart tissue, leading to heart failure or sudden cardiac death. Unlike the instant agony of a fire ant swarm, the harm from a kissing bug often goes unnoticed until it's too late for effective treatment. With locally acquired cases now confirmed in at least 8 states, especially Texas, the risk is growing. The scale of chronic illness linked to this bug makes it a far bigger public health threat than a painful sting ever could. Number 2. The Africanized honeybee transforms a familiar backyard insect into a sudden, overwhelming threat. Across the southern and southwestern United States, these bees are infamous not for the intensity of a single sting, but for the relentless fury of the entire hive. When disturbed, Africanized bees erupt in massive numbers, chasing perceived threats for hundreds of feet, sometimes even farther. Each bee carries venom similar in potency to the common European honeybee, but the danger escalates with every sting, as dozens or even hundreds of bees can attack in coordinated waves. Victims have suffered fatal outcomes, not from a single dose of venom, but from the sheer volume delivered by a swarm. Livestock, pets, and people alike have all been caught in these attacks, with some cases ending in tragedy within minutes. The bees' persistence is legendary. They will pursue moving targets long after most insects would have given up. In the moment, there is little time to react. An ordinary afternoon can turn deadly in seconds. This combination of aggression, persistence, and numbers pushes the Africanized honeybee to the very top ranks of America's most dangerous insects. And finally, in first place, the mosquito claims the title of America's most dangerous insect, not with a painful sting or a dramatic swarm, but with silent, relentless efficiency. Present in every state, mosquitoes thrive in city parks, suburban yards, and rural wetlands, slipping under the radar as they feed on human blood. Each bite delivers more than an itch. It can inject viruses directly into the bloodstream. West Nile virus stands as the leading mosquito-borne disease in the United States, with over 2,600 human cases reported in 2023 alone, and a sharp 32% rise in deaths the following year. The threat doesn't stop there. Mosquitoes also spread eastern equine encephalitis, dengue, and other potentially fatal illnesses, making them a year-round concern for public health. Unlike wasps or fire ants, mosquitoes rarely inspire fear on sight. Their danger works quietly, hospitalizing and killing more Americans each year than all stinging insects combined. The mosquito's impact is measured not in moments of pain, but in the thousands of lives altered or lost to disease, proof that the smallest, most ordinary backyard pest can be the deadliest of all. Across all 15 threats, one pattern stands out. The most dangerous insects aren't always the ones with the most painful sting, but those whose silent spread impacts the most lives. From blistering venom to stealthy disease, danger in the insect world comes in many forms and often hides in plain sight. Next time you swat, remember the real risk isn't always visible. Subscribe for more shocking countdowns.